Hey all, this is Sergio01. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys French Defense Part 2, the advanced variation. So, you all know that French Defense is my favorite opening, and my favorite variation is the advanced. The French Defense starts with e4, e6, d4, and d5. Here we covered knight d3, knight d2 and knight c3, and even f3 and bishop d3. So these are uncommon variations. The most common, however, is e5. e5 is the most common variation, and now you play only one move, that is c5. You play nothing else but c5, okay? And now they have two main options. One is c3 and knight f3. And no matter what they play, if they play c3 first, you are gonna play queen b6. Yes, many grandmasters play knight c6 first, but then bishop b5 is very annoying. So I just play queen b6 first and then knight f3 followed by knight c6. And now note that bishop b5 is not possible because the queen guards that square. Now, believe it or not, there are a lot of variations here. The first variation is bishop to d3. This is the most trickiest variation. And now, the best move here is bishop d7. Now, if you want to be smart and you just want to try and take that pawn, because it's a free pawn, right? Wrong. You're just gonna lose your queen. After all the trades happen, the discovered check, and you lose the queen. So now, bishop d3 is what they meant. They wanted to block the queen's defense, but actually it's still defending the pawn. So now you're just gonna play bishop to d7 because now you're still attacking the pawn. And now a lot of players play bishop to c2, but the best move here is to castle, and after castles they give up this pawn here for what they call compensation, which genuinely I don't believe it. Then they play knight to c3, and even as a mistake or even in your dreams, don't ever capture the e5 pawn. Just trust me, it leads to very bad lines, and I'm not gonna cover it because it is very risky, and even Magnus Carlsen is gonna struggle in that position. So now, in the advanced, bishop d3 is one of the most common variations, but most grandmasters choose a3, trying to push b4. And here, the best the best move is to play c4. But I do not know why none of the grandmasters play this. Even if they do play c4, they just forget that the idea is to attack the b3 square. And now, if they play bishop e2, trying castle, you go knight a5, try and attack the b3 square. And now the best move is probably that. And yes, you're just gonna play bishop to d7, and then knight h6, knight f5, and yeah, you're good. Okay, so here, uh, let's just say you play bishop d7, castles. Notice that, let's just say you play knight h6. After this, you don't need to do anything. You just go rook c8. And now if you think this is a big threat, no, just take it. En passant, remember? If they do that, bishop to a4, and now knight takes a5. You take the queen, he takes your queen, and then they have this check where you play king to e7, after which if they take that pawn, you are just gonna capture that knight. After trades, you're gonna do something, sorry, you're gonna capture this pawn, which is a blunder, because now they have bishop to d2, and now no matter what you play, your position is lost. Rook takes f3 seems like a great move, but it's mate in 1. So that's why this variation is very tricky. But if you ever reach this position, just remember to put your king on e7, not on d8. Now knight b7 check the escape, then knight with the check, king c7, and then knight d6. Bishop takes f3, pawn takes f3 is a blunder, because now you just have bishop takes d6. If they found out knight takes c8, brilliant, cause yeah, rook's hanging, guys. So that's the whole point of this line, but not most players are gonna calculate this far, so just play rook c8 and you're great to go. And instead of a3, they have also tricky variations, that is that. I don't know why this is tricky, but I have fell for this a lot of times, and this variation is very annoying to play against. And yes, there are a few other variations which you can try out. There are this variation, which is this dumb, because queen to e2, and then you have f6, and you're completely crushing. There's this other variation which I really like, that is after the bishop d3 variation. You play bishop d7, then they play knight to g5. This immediately looks as if it's better for us, but after you play, let's say, h6, trying to kick out that knight, they have queen to h5, and now your position is simply very annoying to play against. H take g5 also is great, but if you make a mistake in any part of the middle-ish endgame, you're gonna lose because of a material disadvantage. So now you have, let's just say you somehow landed this position. The only move here is to play that, or castle and lose your rook if you don't want to get mated. So if they ever play knight g5, don't rush up with h6 first. Do the trade. Now take it with the queen first, because now if they do, sorry, now they have to play knight to f3, because if they just continue with queen h5, that is completely crushing for you. After bishop d2, you have knight takes e5, protecting that pawn from threats. And yes, there's not much they can do, probably something like bishop to e2 maybe, yes. And now you can even play queen to b2, and you're completely crushing them. So this variation is more risky for white rather than black, and the advanced looks very complicated, but I just prefer it to break it down into small parts to make sure it is very simple. So if you do understand the variations of the French, the ideas, the key ideas, you should be able to guess instantly that c5 is the only move that you should be playing. And yes, there's the stupid variation with this take, which I don't see the point of, because knight c6, you attack that pawn, and then yeah, it's completely okay for you. And yeah, it's pretty great. And I wouldn't really play the advanced, that's not the most recommended variation. If I was playing as white, I would just play the exchange variation, which is the most annoying variation for French players, because now it's completely equal. You don't have any advantage or disadvantage, or maybe any control, development, nothing. You have nothing, not even a space advantage. Now, they just want to make the game boring and then just play knight f3, bro, like knight f6 and bishop d3. And yes, you do have to bishop g4, but I don't really play that. So the setup you want to try and get is something like, I don't know what they're gonna play, bro. Like, I don't know that. The setup you're trying to get is, let's just say they play that, and now, probably let's say that rook e8, and now, let's just say they want to do that. Now play queen c7. So this is the typical place and piece setup you want to achieve in the exchange variation. And let's just say they pin your knight, just play 8-6, takes, and you are completely better positionally. So remember that c6 is a very important move, and the French your knight is not really gonna go to c6 if your pawn is still on c7. So knight c6 is a very good move because it always stops these tricky ideas. And yeah, I think I should be able to play against the exchange variation. I have not lost a single game in it. I was kidding, I lost a lot of games in the French exchange because it's completely equal and ideas just grow. But yes, I've not lost because of theory mistakes, because there is no theory in the exchange variation. So yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, so I don't know how to end a video, so just click exit, guys. Thank you very much. See ya, bye bye.